So next, okay, we have the new topic. All right. Now, recession. Okay, so this word has been pop up again recently. 最近这个 recession 的名词最近在这个就是很多人在讨论了。经济衰退，尤其是美国方面 ，all right。所以每一次你可以看到我就是跟大家分享美国的资料，是因为我们会先看这个美国的市场，然后接下来才会看这个新加坡跟香港。因为为什么呢？因为美国市场会影响其他的国家的市场。So as you know, I always look at the US data first. All right. Reason is because that US market will influence other market, including Singapore market as well as Hong Kong market. And recently, all right, recession, okay, this word begin to pop up again. And if you still remember last year, okay, a lot of news talk about recession in 2023. A lot of news talk about recession in 2023 last year, but it didn't happen. And a lot of the people miss out the opportunity because they believe what the news say. So now, okay, today, all right, there is a similar message again. Recession is likely to happen in next year, 2024. Okay, so I believe one day they will be correct 啦。所以我相信有一天这些报章他们会是正确的因为他们每一年讲嘛，所以当然有一年一定会中啊因为他每一年都在讲嘛，所以他有一年一定会中，你明白吗？ All right, but the problem is that when, okay, the problem is when, so nobody know lah. Okay, so that's why we usually we don't predict. All right, we still look at the market, we still look at the chart to decide when to buy and when to sell. Okay, usually I don't rely too much on this news to make decision, because as you know, the news are being paid by a certain people to get the attention from people like you, so that you are afraid to invest in the stock market. All right, so whether it's real or whether it will happen or not, nobody know yet. Okay, when it happen, then we will see how we will react, okay, by looking at the chart all right, so that is what we have been that's what we have been doing. OK， 所以就是经济衰退这个东西又在开始被讨论。如果你是你还是记得去年的话，他们也是同样的，就是讲同样的东西，就是在去年的时候，他们就讲2023年会是有一个经济衰退，所以导致很多人不敢去买这个股票，你还记得吗？So，但是在2023年，你就看到从1月份到这个7月份美国市场大涨进入了牛市，所以今年或者是这个月，这个东西又开始被讨论是否2024年会发生，没有人会知道没有人会知道，所以我说最好是看图表来做决定可以吗？Next, okay, commodity index. Commodity index, crude oil 原油 alright, 最近的原油变成越来越贵 alright, so crude oil price increased significantly, right? They went up to what we call that $91, alright. So this is because Arab Saudi and Russia cut the production, okay, and therefore the crude oil went up a lot. Okay, crude oil went up a lot. So that's why you can see that energy sector recently went up as well. All right, so energy sector went up as well. All right, so you can see that when the crude oil increase, people are afraid of the inflation again. OK，所以当这个原油开始大涨的时候，政府尤其是美国政府，他们也是担心这个通货膨胀。OK，通胀的话会变成越来越物质。OK，所以导致最近这个美国市场大跌。哦，你可以看到为什么美国市场大跌，就是有这些一系列的不好消息了，导致这个美股大跌。So we can see that why US stock market dropped recently. All right, there are series of these bad news. Okay, including one of these crude oil went up. Okay, and then people are worried about the inflation again because crude oil is one of the most important commodities for daily usage. Okay, so therefore it caused the US market continue to drop. And secondly, all right, we have this US 10 years treasury bond keep increasing. All right，这个是美国十年的国债继续连续上涨。OK，连续上涨上到4.58%。Right，所以当这个10年的美国国债OK 继续涨的话，当然股票市场会被受影响啊。因为为什么呢？如果一年有4.58%的话，又是稳赚的话，当然这些比较保守的投资者，当然他们会是把他们的钱放进去这个比较保守的产品他们就是不会去买这个股票，因为股票风险是最高的。So that's why this is another reason that caused the US market to sell down as well, because of the US 10-year Treasury bond keep moving up, okay, as high as 4.5% interest. So with that high interest, okay, many what we call that retail investor who are conservative, obviously they will put their money in more safely product. Okay, so that's why the US stock market is dropping, because stock market is the most dangerous place, okay, for investor. So that's why they will put the money in more safely area, which is the bond that give them 4.5% interest rate. And recently, there are people talking about US government shutdown，所以最近也是有一个消息，就是说几乎每年都会有这个美国政府关门，你们有听过了美国政府关门，你可以看到就是你可以听到洋人就是都会做出这些东西了我们中国人哪里会有关门我们的生意是每天在做的，你可以看到吗？以前我们爸爸的时候，他可以不要吃饭都可以一直做下去365天要上厕所他们也没有时间上厕所，他们去大便的话，做大号的话那些员工就去敲门了这个就是华人的精神了当然红毛人的话就不一样的做法，红毛人的话不爽他就关门。OK，所以这个是美国政府美国政府的话，它会有一个这个怎么讲啊？美国政府的关门。So in US, right? Recently, okay, this US government shutdown also pop up. Okay, but when we look at the historical data, all right, it in fact, okay, US government shutdown, right? It doesn't really affect the US stock market. Okay, so I repeat again, based on the historical data, all right, when the US government shut down, right, based on the historical data, it doesn't really affect the US stock market. So that's why I don't, what we call it, I don't have much worry about US government shutdown. Okay, but if you look at the data, like what I like what I mentioned, it's not easy to be duplicated, but sometimes, you know, you might be surprised that it might look similar 啦，哦，所以有时候这个历史性的数据不容易重复了但是总是会有惊人的相似你相信吗？所以当然就是这个资料的话，其实可以让我们做出我们的决定了有这个资料的话，其实是有好处所以要买要卖的话，我们可以参考这个数据。当然，并不代表说它100%会发生可是如果你手上有这个资料的话，会比其他人做得更好你相信吗 ？Alright, so no issue for the U.S. government shutdown. And recently, okay, the Federal Reserve statement in September meeting, all right, actually there are three areas that affect the stock market. Number one is that they are going to what we call that, held the interest rate for a certain period, all right? And because of that, most of the investors are of concern about the high interest rate for a long period. So that's why in short term, they are selling down the stock market. Okay. And then if you look at the, what we call that, in addition, okay, what they will do is that they are going to holding the rate at a relatively high level. So that's why it actually create a bad news also for the stock market. 所以在这样的情况之下，就是美联储这个9月份他们的报告就是他们会这个继续的把这个利率有可能会持续到明年会比较长久的一个时间。然后接下来的话，他们也是有暗示说，今年年尾会再调高25个基点当然我们不确定它是否会调高，所以我们还是看等待他们的报告了So because of this Federal Reserve statement that caused the US stock market sell down 了 ，alright， 所以这些都是不好的消息所以你可以看到，当这个不好的消息一出炉的时候，美国市场就开始大跌了 ，OK， 所以股票市场就是这样，有上也是有下上的时候你可以发觉到没有什么坏消息，可是它开始要跌的时候，就有一系列的坏消息出炉所以这个就是不好的消息，当然对股市不是很好了 ，OK， 所以也是让你们了解一下为什么最近的股票大跌，好不好 ？So just to share with you this some of the informations why US stock market is dropping okay, and at least you know what is the situation right now, so that you can make what we call an informed decision in the stock market. Okay, next, okay, S&P 500 historical data. Okay, so I think we have confirmed September, all right, is not a good month for stock market. Okay, although I did show you, although I did mention, based on the historical data, if August is not a good month, it's supposed to be a if August is not a good month, September supposed to be a good month, right? But it doesn't happen. So that's why nothing is 100%. All right. So therefore, we still need to look at the chart to decide. All right. But however, based on the historical data, October hopefully will be a good month. Okay. Based on the historical data, usually October will be a good month. All right. So that's why we will need to monitor the stock market. All right. Try to fish near the bottom. Okay. Try to fish near the bottom. Okay. Hopefully we can buy near the bottom, and then when we enter October, that is when the stock market begin to rebound. But again, nothing is 100% now. 所以当然，虽然我说你这个历史性数据的话，并不代表说它100%会发生了哦，但是我们还是要就是拿来做参考 ，OK， 好不好 ？Alright. So 3 simple steps for choosing stock. Let me repeat again. This simple step, I believe some of you already heard before. All right. First of all, we look at the big picture, and then second, we identify the best sector, and then thirdly, we screen out the potential stock. 所以什么是叫 big picture？就是我们要看大趋势 ，OK？所以怎样看大趋势呢？首先我们就要看那个指数了哈。So what is the big picture mean? Big picture means that we are look at the general market trend. Okay. Example, index like Straits Time Index, S&P 500, Nasdaq, and then followed by Hang Seng Index. So these are the index that allow us to analyze the general market situation so that we can make the informed decision whether to buy or sell. So which is a very crucial part. And for me, I always look at this big picture first before buying and selling. Okay. So next thing, all right, let us take a look the recent index performance. 所以我们先看这个指数的表现 all right. So first of all, this is a SDI index, Straits Time Index. 所以海指的话，跟之前其实是差不多一样 ，all right。所以整体来看呢，如果你看它的趋势的话，比较大的趋势啊，其实它是走横盘的状况 ，OK，跟去年不一样哦。去年的话，如果你在低点买进的话，你可以持股。可是这一年的话，如果你买了持股的话，其实你不赚钱，不怎么赚钱，因为为什么呢？那个股票会跌回 ，all right。所以如果你今年有赚的话，你就要看图表哪里是一个主力哦，你就可以开始卖在这个主力的点，你明白吗？所以做法就不一样了，所以每年的做法都不一样。So if you look at the current situation, right, SDI index is pretty weak. Okay, it's still weak. All right, but however, it doesn't drop. What we call that? It doesn't drop at the point that we want. Right. Hopefully, if can, right, of course, we want that it can drop near 3,160. Okay, so that we can begin to buy. All right, but now the index is hovering near the 3,200. So if the price can drop further, 3,160, you can begin to accumulate some stocks. All right. So obviously, SDI index actually move in the sideways. Okay, situations. So sideways situations means that you must know when to buy near the support level. You must know when to sell near the resistance. Okay, so that is the proper way to do what we call that in the SDI index or Singapore stock. All right, but for those of you who bought at the cheaper price last year or during the COVID, some of the bank stock which is very cheap, if you bought it at the cheap price, then you no need to worry much lah. Okay, so this is a SDI index and followed by S&P 500. So S&P 500 keep going down. All right, so we have the support level somewhere around here, 4224. Okay, 4224. Right, so this is a support level. Okay, and how much does the S&P 500 has been dropping? Right, almost 7%. Okay, almost 7%. All right, So this is what we call that support level that you need to take note. So hopefully, when the price touches the support level, hopefully it will rebound, all right? But you still need to be very careful, because nothing is 100%. If they continue to go down, then you must set the stop loss, all right? Okay, but hopefully of course, we want the stock to rebound, right? And now is 27 September. So we have another 3 to 4 day entering October periods. All right. So hopefully in October, it will begin to rebound. All right. And of course, usually we hope to buy before it rebound. No? So that's why you need to look at the chart to determine. 所以整体来说，这个 S&P 500跌了差不多7%。7%的话，其实是一个普通的回调它不算这个调整。所以如果是指数进入调整的话，它要跌超过10%。所以到目前为止来说，它只是跌差不多是7%左右。OK，而且整体来说还是属于牛市了如果是看这个技术分析的话，因为200天还没有到，如果它跌破这个200天的话，then 就是会进入这个bear market 了到目前为止来说还没有，OK 还没有，All right，所以很多人也是担心很多人也是在担心，OK，so that's why we need to be what we call that we need to be alerted okay, who know maybe it's actually is an opportunity, all right, so that's why we need to monitor. And Nasdaq components. So 这个是纳斯达克，所以 Nasdaq 的话跌差不多多少 percent？有没有超过10？差不多要跌超过10了现在是差不多是9.1%。So Nasdaq actually dropped around now 9.1%, okay, around 9.1%. All right. So when is the support level? Is there any support level? So we try to change the chart to a weekly chart. So see what we can see, right? So here we have a support somewhere here, and followed by here, and lastly here. All right. So there are 3 levels of supports. Okay. Actually, tonight is supposed to be a support level tonight. Okay. So we'll see how will tonight rebound. And then if the price didn't rebound and continue to drop, then the next support will be somewhere around 12,767. Right? So there are 3 levels. Okay, basically the support level. So tonight, actually, we want to see whether the price can rebound or not. 所以今晚是一个比较关键 ，OK？所以今晚没有 rebound 的话，then then 有可能它会继续下跌，差不多是在12767 ，right？ So this is Nasdaq components, right? And what else? What we can do here? Right. So we'll see how tonight, okay? So hopefully tonight can be a rebound day, and then followed by Hang Seng Index. So Hang Seng Index obviously is still very weak, okay? 所以之前已经讲过 alright? So previously I did discuss this Hang Seng Index. Overall, I believe most of you know that China will overtake US market, and then China will become the biggest market. So based on the Hang Seng Index now, Hang Seng Index is considered very cheap. All right. So there are a lot of a good quality company that is listed in the Hong Kong market. So if you have a spare cash, like what I mentioned, spare cash, then you can begin to accumulate. All right. Because Hong Kong market and China market is different from US market. You have to be very patient, okay, with China market, okay. 有一句名言就是为什么如果你看戏的话，有一些你会听到这个名词，就是东方不败哦，东方不败哦，就是我们中国人就是怎么打都打不败哦，就是东方不败，所以打不败的时候，OK，接下来都是会一个很好的结果。但如果是日本的话，日本的名言就是东方必胜哦，所以你看他一定要胜，所以到最后来他也是输掉，OK，所以同样一句话就是，哎，你要有耐心了哦。为什么我这样讲呢？因为有一些老师他就会跟你说，哎，等他跑的时候你才买，但是你要了解说你的 level 跟那个老师的 level 不一样，因为那个老师是有可能是比较专业了哈，他们可以抓到这个股票的时候，起跑的时候他们就可以买入，但是你不一样，你是这个普通的散户。哦，普通的散户的话，当股票一跑的时候，其实你们是不知道的哦。但是当你们要买进的时候，它已经高了，所以 that's why 很多就是抓不到，就是这样。所以我的意思是说，如果有闲钱的话，当它还没有跑的话，其实是你有时间去这个分批买进，最重要是买进好的公司了。哦，这个是我的看法了哦，跟其他的老师不一样，其他的老师会告诉你说，哎，在等他跑的时候再买，但是我们人是慢性的哦，慢热的哦，当他跑的时候，你就慌了，要不要进，要不要等哦，有可能你就会错过机会，所以现在当他还没有跑的时候，其实你有很多时间去考虑哦，有很多时间去考虑。然后你就分批买进，用你的闲钱了哈，你要有耐心了哦，可以吗？所以这个是我个人的看法 ，alright? So that is my personal view, alright? So now what will happen? So if we look at the big picture, right? Big picture now, SDI index does pull back as well. Okay, this one also pull back. Are they near support? Okay, and then Hong Kong still weak. So when is the bottoming? All right. So now we are in this situation called uncertainty 了，所以到目前为止来看哦，这些股市其实，嗯，就是有包含这些不确定的因素，但是你要了解说，很多时候股票是在不确定的时候反弹的，你相信吗？你明白吗？All right，当然我不是教你买进嘛，很多，但是如果你觉得这个价格合理的话，你可以少许的买进。你少许的买进的话，有好处。之前我跟大家讲过，就是说，如果它有涨的话，你可以决定再加仓；如果它没有涨，反而跌的话，你可以止损，因为你买也是买不多。 所以 that's why 我是说少许买进是有好处。如果你不买的话，当它反弹的时候，有可能你会错过机会哦。当然，如果它跌的时候，你会跟你自己说，你会安慰你自己说很黑哦，你很黑，因为你没有买哦。但是你要了解说，做股票跟就是说跟散户其实不一样哦。就是说stock market is abnormal alright, so you have to have this what we call it abnormal strategy to make money from the stock market. So that's my personal view. All right. So I believe the pullback also give us an opportunity to buy. All right. You get what I mean? Okay. So that is my view. And next thing, all right. So once we know the big picture, okay, generally the stock market is weak. All right. So next thing we look at the sector performance. 所以当我们看过了这个大趋势哈，整体来说，这个股票市场并不是很明朗，OK，不是很明朗，OK，所以你就不要买太多哦。如果你想要买，就不要买太多了哦，因为整体来说不是很明朗，right？And 第二就是我们要看这个板块哦的表现，所以哪一些板块，所以通常我会 rank 这个板块，一、二、三哦，三大板块或者是四大板块啦，哦，来参考哦，来做参考 ，right? So after that, once we identify the sector, then we will zoom in individual stock. Right. So now if you look at year-to-date performance, okay, communication services 38%. 38% is actually has been dropping as compared to last week. Last week, if I'm not wrong, is 43%. All right. And then communications, IT also dropped compared to the last week. Oh, consumer discretionary also dropped. Okay. Energy increase actually. Alright， 所以整体来说，如果你看这个三大板块哈，跟上个星期相比的话，其实这个三大板块其实是有跌的。OK，虽然他们是现在是加，Alright，但因为我们是看一年的表现哦，一年的表现，当然他们还是加。如果等一下我们看一个月的表现的话，他们是减的。OK。所以现在我们是看一个月的表现。So now we look at the 1 month performance, which is very obvious. Communication services, negative. Financial services, negative. Healthcare, negative. Right? And information technology, negative by 4%. Consumer discretionary, negative by 3%. All right. So that means IT dropped the most. Okay, IT dropped the most. Okay, who is number one? Energy 哦，能源现在是排第一，能源现在是排第一，所以这个东西告诉我们还是有其中一个板块是表现最好的，就是能源板块。OK， 能源板块 ，right？ So that's why you can see that some of the energy stock are moving up. Okay, some of the energy stock are moving up. Right. So now what is happened? Okay, now we know that energy stock is performing. Now we know that energy sector is performing. So what is the individual stock? What is the individual stock? So in Singapore, what stock do we have that related to energy? In Singapore, we have Rex, correct? And then we also have Geo Energy. All right. So in US, what we have? In US, we have, there are many actually. SBL, Then we have VIST, okay? And what else? What else do we have? Let me take a look. AESI. All right. So these are the individual stock that is performing quite well based on the sector. All right. 所以其实做股票并不难啊，很多人就是买错股票，因为当这个板块轮流转的时候哦，你要了解说这个钱是流入哪一个板块，所以当你了解了这个东西的话，then 其实你会做股票的话会比较轻松一点啦哦。So next, all right. So before I share with you the watch list, okay, let me introduce you or recommend this class called Mastering Price Action that I has been conducting. So for those of you who have attended, please share this workshop, okay, with your family member, your colleague, your friends, okay, so that they can benefit together. Because as of now, this class still have what we call that subsidy up to 70%, and then the remaining 30% you can use your skill future, okay, to attend this class. Now, if you compare this class with other class, some other people they teach similar thing and they charge you $4,000 to $5,000. But in here, when you attend, because it under the subsidy and you can use your skill future, you can attend it for free. All right. So if you are a smart person, okay, obviously you will choose Mastering Price Action course lah. Okay. But maybe some other people they do not know. Okay. So they go and attend the class that they need to pay $4,000 to $5,000. So that's why you have a duty lah. Okay. To share this class with you so that we can have a win-win situation. It's like, for example, when I conduct this webinar for free, I believe most of you benefit. Okay, if you benefit, can you type yes, please? If you benefit from this webinar, can you type yes, please? All right. So when you benefit from this webinar, this is a free webinar. So you have to understand is that free thing, okay, will not be permanent. All right. So that's why I encourage win-win situations. So when you get free webinar, my suggestion to you is that I hope that you can share this workshop with your family member, your loved one, and your friend so that they can learn together because you know how I do things and you also know what am I teaching, right? And I am teaching for a good, okay? Therefore, it does make sense that you should share this class with your friend or family member, all right? 所以到目前为止来说，这个课程是我教的 ，OK？其实到目前为止来说，还有这个78%的 subsidy，另外38%的话，你可以用 Skill Future 来上这个课程。其实外面也是有很多课程，不一样的是外面哦，你要自己付钱哦，差不多是4000块到5000块。所以如果你是聪明人的话，当然你是会上这个课程有 subsidy 的啦，OK？而且有一些人已经上过，但是你要知道说，有可能他们不是在这边上，他们是其他地方上。可是你要了解说，股票市场是会一直会改变的哦，所以你需要 upgrade，all right？所以我的意思是说，当我做这个免费的线上的研讨会的话，其实你要了解说，免费的东西不会持久了哦，我相信大家知道。所以老师跟你说，免费的东西是不会持久，所以今天是鼓励大家双赢的哦。双赢的意思是说，OK，我做这个免费的线上的研讨会，我只是希望说你把这个好的东西，就是传播，OK，给你的身边的朋友、你的亲戚还有你的同事或者是你的家人，OK。 因为我们人活到老学到老，OK，有好的东西的话，你应该介绍，OK，因为有一些人他不知道有这个 subsidy 的课程，然后他去外面上，然后他自己要付4000到5000块，因为他们不知道，所以你的责任就是要让他们知道，要不要上的话由他们决定，你明白吗？所以你的责任就是把好的东西介绍给他们，他们要不要上是他们的决定，或者是你把他们邀请来这个线上的免费的研讨会，让我解释给他们听也是可以，好不好？OK。So next, all right. So you can see that energy stock like Geo Energy, Rex is actually moving up recently. All right. So some of the blue chip stock like Bang, Yangzijiang, okay, ST Engineering is flat. Okay, it's not moving. Instead, the small stocks, okay, small cap stock are moving. All right. So we take a look this stock. Example like Geo Energy. Right. So Geo Energy obviously is downtrend. Okay. I think some of you, I believe most of you, you know that I don't invest in or I don't buy downtrend stock. All right. That is true. But however, why I notice this stock is because generally commodities index is increasing, and then the coin industry in US is bullish. All right. So um, in Singapore, we have this Geo Energy that involved in coin. All right. So that's why, because of this reason, okay, I share this with you. Okay. I believe some of you who is my client, I think you received the what we call that, receive this message lah. Okay. Before Geo Energy moving up. Okay. We I think we sent out, okay, somewhere around here before the price running. So for those of you who received the telegram talk about Geo Energy, when the price, before the price moving up, okay, can you type yes? Okay, can you type yes if you have received our telegrams, what we call that message, when we talk about Geo Energy at the price of 22 cent or 23 cent 哦，所以之前跟大家分享过，之前我本身就是说不会看这个下降趋势的股票，但是为什么这一次会破戒？是因为美国方面哦，就是同一个板块哈、OK，就是能源的板块，其实他们是蛮bullish 的，所以我就想到这个股票有可能会有展望，所以就分享给大家听，所以他就分享了过后，它就涨了差不多17%了哈，17%。所以如果你有收到我们的 Telegram 的话，你可以 type yes 吗？让我知道一下，你有收到我们的 Telegram 的话。Oh, Eason, can you allow what we call that, the
Yeah,
participant to type in the chat room?
can I allow already?
All right, because I already just now I asked them, none of them type lah. All right. Okay, so thank you, Sophia, Eddie, okay, Eunice, Lily, Richard, Vincent, CH Go, Lin Bing，所以这些都有收到我们的 Telegram 了哈，Chong，all right，所以这个就是我们的 value 了哈，所以希望说是双赢的方面了哈，所以如果你没有介绍这个课程的话，希望说你会用我们的户口来做 trading 了哈，好不好？因为就是说如果就是刚才跟大家说免费的东西是不会持久了哈，所以我是希望说是双赢这个概念，可以吗？All right. All right, so followed by Rex International, okay. So Rex International also recently they turned around as well. So because the price is actually break through the 200-day moving average lah. Okay. So generally why this energy stock is moving up is because energy sector is bullish right now. Okay. But you have to be careful because there is a limit lah. Okay. Because we do not know how long is this energy stock is going to move. Okay. Especially Reg International is very speculative, right? 所以我是希望说，虽然我有就是说谈到这些股票，但是你要了解说这些股票都是非常 speculative 的，就是说它不适合拿来做长期投资。就是说，如果你有赚的话，你要选择套利 ，OK， 选择 profit taking。OK， 不然的话你会被套牢，所以你要小心了哦。如果你不适合买这个股票的话，你千万不要动，可以吗？好像那个 Geo Energy 的话，它是小股 ，OK， 还是属于下降趋势的股票，所以我们买它是因为我们是跟风。跟风的意思是说是 speculative 啦 ，OK， 因为美国方面这个能源的板块是在涨，所以我们就买进这些股票。但是如果那个能源板块开始下跌的时候，这个股票也是会开始下跌，所以意思是说它不适合拿来做长期投资，所以你要有一些的技巧或者是技能来买这一些的股票 ，OK。因为我不希望说，当你们我讲这个股票，然后你们去买，然后持股，然后股票开始下跌，然后你开始亏钱的话就不好了先讲清楚先，它不适合拿来长期投资，其实做短期是会比较好，可以吗？So it's for short-term trading because we take the benefit from the US energy sector bullish. So that's why we participate in this stock in a short-term basis. Okay, 可以吗？ Alright. So that is my message to you. Alright. And then UMS. Okay. UMS recently rebound. So we can see that UMS recently rebound and quite surprising, okay, quite surprising that the price is still pretty strong, but I think you have to be careful, all right, because it actually near resistance also. 虽然它是有涨之前它涨的时候，我们是在这边，差不多是在这边，差不多是在1块1毛的时候开始讲 all right, but now although the stock price is not dropping, but it's actually hit the resistance. Okay, so you have to be careful lah. When it hit resistance, you must know when to sell. Okay, you must sell lah. All right, you must sell. Okay, or you might want to sell some first. Okay, 所以你可以卖出一点，无所谓。OK， 如果它有突破的话，你还有一些。但是如果它下跌的时候，你之前已经卖出了一些，所以你可以再继续卖出。Alright, so what I mean is that near strong resistance. Okay, so for me, I will take profit or I will sell away or sell some first. Okay, because we do not know if they continue to go up, that's fine because you still have some. But if they continue to sell down, you manage to, profit taking in the earlier stage, so you can consider to liquidate more of the position. All right, so it's quite a strong resistance. And then ST Engineering, so ST Engineering 的话这个是blue chips, all right, so it's a bit slow, okay, but overall it's still pretty strong. Okay, overall it's still pretty strong. All right, ST Engineering. So what I mean is that STI index is dropping, all right, but ST engineering is not dropping. So it keep moving up slowly. So that means the market maker, the institution are still inside of the stock. Okay, so that's why I think ST engineering still have potential. Okay, but it a bit slow because it's a blue chip, right? It's a blue chip. Okay，所以整体来说，ST engineering，其实我还是觉得它还是有潜能，因为你跟这个海指相比的话，其实海指是在下跌，可是这个 ST engineering 其实它没有跌哦，它只是回调一些罢了。所以意思是说，这个庄家还在里面呢，庄家还在里面，可是呃它的上涨OK 会比较慢一些哦，这个是理所当然的，是因为它是 blue chip 嘛，blue chip 的话会比较慢一些，可是整体来说是上升趋势，OK 上升趋势 ，right？And then 扬子江，OK we take a look 扬子江。So Yang Zijiang is a bit concern, okay? I would say concern, all right? So you can see that the price hit resistance, they begin to pull back, although they near support level. So let's say if the price break below the support level, then you have to be careful lah, okay? So do you still remember the small fire that I teach you, okay? All right, it does not happen yet. We'll see how tomorrow, if the price didn't rebound and continue to break below, right, then you have to be careful 啦，可以吗？所以整体来说，扬子江已经上了很多哦，所以最近的话，你可以看到它有一些，就是有一些波动它开始走这个横盘的状况，我担心是有庄家在慢慢出场，所以我是建议是说减仓了减仓，而且如果它明天它有跌破这个巧克力线的话，then 你就要很小心就要很小心，all right，so just be careful，杨子江，all right，I think it went up too much already. Okay, maybe it's time for Yang Zijiang to take some rest 啦，你明白吗？And Keppel DC. So Keppel DC, how do you think about Keppel DC? So Keppel DC, I think still got potential. Okay, so far this is the REITs that is moving up 了。所以到目前为止来说，我觉得这个只有这只 REITs 在涨不了，其他都是在跌。Alright, so it's still pretty strong. Okay, uptrend still intact. Alright, uptrend still intact. So because the previous high was around $2.70. Okay, so we can still keep monitor. And then lastly, Food Empire. Food Empire, this few days also rebound. Alright. So you can see that finally Food Empire has rebound, break above the brown color. Okay, break above the brown color resistance and then they keep moving up. Alright, so 庄家有开始回来了庄家其实有开始回来，而且它是慢慢的涨。Okay, can you see that? Went up. Okay, we went up slowly. Right, so this is Food Empire. So we take a look bank stock. So bank stock is still strong, as I mentioned. Okay, when the interest rate increase, of course, Singapore bank will benefit 啦。So that's why Singapore bank is still very strong. 所以整体来说，新加坡银行还是蛮强的因为为什么呢？因为这个利率偏高的关系。All right, so that's why you can see every time when they pull back, is always an opportunity to buy 啦。And followed by UOB. right? So it pulled back a little bit, okay? They didn't drop much. And followed by DBS. Okay, so DBS 其实是蛮不错的啊。So DBS is actually near the support level, all right? And then if you look at the price, they near the resistance, okay? So they try to break through lah, no? So I believe if the interest rate continue to be at the high for a certain period, I think DBS might break through. Okay, DBS might break through, right? So 整体来说，新加坡银行还是算蛮强势的 ，OK， 算蛮强势的，是因为比较偏高的利率 ，all right。So that's my view for individual stock, all right. So we take a look your stock. 所以我们看你的股票。Hi Caleb, can touch on Hong Kong market down bottom signal any sign uptrend fund from US move to Hong Kong, China? There's no sign of the US fund moving to the China market yet. There's no sign lah, okay? But like what I mentioned, you can accumulate slowly lah, okay? So 这个是要看个人 okay? I think it's a personal choice it's a personal choice, right? Because every one of us know that Hong Kong market is pretty cheap, all right? But I also know that you're afraid the Hong Kong market is continue to go down, and nobody know when the Hong Kong market will rebound. So that's the concern that most of the people have, right? So that's why 我每次跟大家说的，你有闲钱的话才买了哦，如果没有的话就不要去动它先哦，因为到目前为止来说，我们还没有看到外资有买入这个香港股市哦，not yet, right? But you can see that the Chinese government has come out a number of policy to active the stock market lah, okay. Partly is because reduce the stamp duty, all right. The first phase was regulations on the tech stock, and then followed by recently, okay, they also detain some shareholder who are selling liquidate in a big position from their company share. So these are the policy that has been making by the Chinese government because they are serious in what we call it in putting in the right position for the Chinese stock market. So it might take some time, okay? But usually if you want to buy stock, usually you buy near the bottom lah. Am I correct? All right. So that's my view. Okay. Good point. Oil and some commodity on uptrend now. Will it rise interest rate again? Any good oil company, uranium, energy? All right. So which I already mentioned just now. Okay. So yep. So these are the some energy stock. Okay, from US and Singapore. Okay. So now should be energy, correct? Mining. Yep. Tech stock is a bit weak. Okay. It doesn't mean that we don't buy, but when the stock price getting cheaper, I think it's opportunity to buy. You get what I mean? 所以虽然我是讲这个科技股在下跌，但并不是说我们不要买它。当这个科技股下跌的时候，它也是给我们机会买进 ，all right？ 所以你要了解这个东西哦。虽然是 energy 在涨啊 ，OK？ 所以看你要赚快钱还是慢钱。当然，如果你要赚比较快钱的话，当然我们是看这个比较强势的股票啦。So depending on you want to make fast money, okay? So if you look at the strong sector is energy 嘛 ，okay? So that is that mean when when you buy energy stock, then you can make money lah, okay, because it's the strong sector. But if you go and buy tech stock, because tech stock is still weak, okay, so you might need to wait for a certain period lah. So that's what I mean lah. All right, so it's a personal choice, but it doesn't mean that we don't buy tech stock. Because tech stock went down, is also give us an opportunity to buy as well. All right. Likely downtrend, not surely. Okay, it depends on chart. Okay, we look at the chart. All right, because when we look at the data, hopefully October will be a rebound. Okay, maybe hopefully October will be a bottoming. All right. OXL 是什么股票？OXL 是 Oxley 哈？Is it Oxley or US stock? So not sure what stock you are talking about. Okay. XCOM. XCOM 是什么股？没有这个股嘞。ISDN. Okay, we take a look ISDN. So ISDN's electrical component and equipments. All right, electrical component and equipment. Downtrend. Okay. So what happened to this stock? This stock, how do you think? 整体来说，这个股票的话会比较难做，是吗？你要怎样做？会比较难做一点。All right. So first of all, there's no signs of rebound lah, and the stock is still downtrend. And generally, this is electrical component stock, industrial. All right. So it's not one of the best sector lah. Okay. So maybe we will skip this stock. Raffles Medical, we take a look. Raffles Medical 很久没有看这个股票了。Raffles Medical also downtrend. Okay, turning down. So will they rebound? How do you think? Look like it near support level lah, huh? Look like is it true? Look like near support level. All right. And then so this is a resistance. Okay. Look like near support. So basically, if you want to buy, then you just need to what? Need to set a stop loss. Okay. Just below the entry point here. And then the selling price is 144 lah, the resistance. So 虽然是看它的价格差不多是在这个支撑哦，如果你有买进的话，也是要设这个止损了哈。当然，如果它有涨的话，它的阻力是在差不多是1.4毛4，就是说你套利的价钱差不多是在1.1毛4了，1.4毛4 ，right？ So this is the Raffles Medical. Long time never see this stock. So I will choose the stock randomly lah, huh? Right. So apologize to you if I can't analyze your stock. Maybe we take one of these Tiger Broker. Okay. How do you think about Tiger Broker? All right, so Tiger Broker. So how do you think about Tiger Broker? So Tiger Broker, very obvious lah. They also move in a sideways, okay, wide range lah, okay, wide range. So once they hit resistance, then they pull back. All right. So I'm not sure, okay, will they rebound or not? If let's say they break through, so usually if the price manage to break through the resistance and then they pull back a little bit, then they will go, they might go up. All right. So now is still too early. Now it's still too early to say. All right. So we will observe 了，喏。所以我的意思是说，这个股票如果它能突破的话，有可能它就会机会上涨。但是现在还早了哦，因为它还没有突破。OK， 所以你可以把它放进去这个 watch list 先。All right. So you can put in the watch list. And PetroChina. PetroChina, yes, is uptrend because it's an energy stock. PetroChina. PetroChina. PETRO. PetroChina. Yeah, this one. So overall Hong Kong index is dropping, all right. Hang Seng index is dropping, but except one stock called PetroChina 00, the symbol is 00857. They are moving up lah, okay. The reason is simple because energy sector is bullish, all right. So that's why PetroChina is keep moving up, okay. And there's no sign of dropping as well, okay. So it's considered pretty strong, all right. So what does that mean when you look at the energy stock is strong? That means your portfolio must have at least some energy stock, all right. At least must have some energy stock. Okay. Can we start to buy QQQ? All right, we take a look at the chart. How do you think can we start to buy? All right, so it just, are they near the support level today? Oh, okay. Look like the price near the support level. All right. Look like the price near the support level. All right. So like what I mentioned, because we do not know are they going to rebound, so you have to look at the tonight situation 啦。然后今晚你要看哦，其实整体来说它是在这个支撑 ，OK， 所以是一个蛮漂亮的支撑啊。哦，可是问题是说它会不会跌破这个支撑 ，OK， 所以我们无法确定。所以如果我们无法确定的话，你觉得它会反弹的话，then 好像刚才我说的，你就买一些咯。All right. So what I mean is that although we look at the chart, it's actually near a support level. So there is a setup lah. But overall, generally, all right, the market is still weak. So we are also afraid that the price might break below. So in that case, when we are not sure, usually what I will do is that I will still buy a little bit. Okay, I will just buy a little bit, which I already explained. All right, when we buy a little bit, if the price rebound, then we can consider to add position. But if the price continue to go down, then we can cut loss lah with a small loss, because we buy, we also don't, because when we buy, we don't buy so much. Okay, so that's why when you buy a little, there's an advantage lah. All right, so we see how tonight. Okay, hopefully tonight will rebound. If they does not rebound, they continue to break down, then when is the next support level? The next support level probably somewhere around here, I think, which I already drawn just now, right? Okay, BYD Electric. So this stock is interesting as well, right? 所以这个股票也是 quite interesting, right? But it's very volatile, okay? So you see the price movement within the day can drop 12%, 3%, right? But overall, the price break through the resistance and they continue to go up, okay? And this stock is interesting because they didn't drop much as compared to other stock, all right? So is there any opportunity to buy or not? Right? Look like there is a setup, but the price might move in the range. Huh? The price might move in the range. Move in the range. Okay, before they break through. Right? So too early, still too early to say, right? So this part also. Okay, you can see a similar pattern here. Okay, they move in the range and then they break through. So now they move another range. All right, so you can continue to monitor. So it's quite interesting stock, this one. Okay, thank you for sharing. All right, AG Go, thank you for sharing. Simon DIS. DIS is Disney. Okay, how do you think about Disney? Disney, what happened to Disney, huh? What happened to Disney? Why the price is downtrend as compared to other stock? I thought Disney is a good stock. Can someone share with me why the price is keep dropping? All right. Why the price keep dropping? And interesting, the price also near the bottom. Right, the price is near bottom. Will they rebound? Not sure. Okay, but look like the price near the bottom lah. Okay, how many percent they has been dropping? They dropped almost 60%. So the price is quite attractive lah, huh? It's quite attractive actually. All right. So how do you think? All right. Will you buy? Will you buy this stock? How do you think? So the price is near support level, okay. So now we have a double bottom here. All right. Look like you can catch the bottom lah if you want to. Okay. I think this is a value stock, right? Okay. Fundamental stock lah. Okay. So fundamental stock, look like the price $80, okay, is quite attractive, right? It's quite attractive, okay. But again, like what I mentioned, nothing is 100%OK， 可以吗？所以这个股票的话，有朋友介绍这个股票 ，Disney，它是 Disneyland，OK，Alright，所以如果是看图表的话，它的价钱是算底部，OK，算底部，所以而且也是有这个 double bottom 的 signal 了，OK，double bottom，Alright，so look attractive，OK。So again, if you buy, then please set stop loss lah, huh? Nothing is 100%. So far, the price has been dropping 60%. Palantir. So let me see, huh? Yes, downtrend stock we don't buy. Downtrend stock normally I don't buy lah. Okay. All right. We take a look Palantir. Okay. So how do you think Palantir? Palantir recently break below the 50-day moving average. Are they near support level? They are also near support level. Okay. So there are quite a number of stock near support level. All right. So that's why tonight I think is an important night. Tonight is an important night. If they don't rebound, then the price might continue to go down. Okay. All right. So Palantir is near support level as well. Question. All right. Neo is not doing well recently. All right. So Neo is not doing well recently as well. All right. Are they near support level? Okay. Here's a support level somewhere around here. Right. So generally the EV in Hong Kong is not doing well. Most of the EV stock all right is pretty weak after strong uptrend. Okay, it's pretty weak, right? But again, like what I mentioned, when the price drop, is always give us the opportunity huh? So maybe we will just monitor for a while. Another one is a Xiaopeng. All right, so Xiaopeng. So the next support is around 60 or 59.66. Okay, 59.66. So generally the Hong Kong EV is still weak, right? After a strong up. Okay, after a strong up. So support level is somewhere near around 59.66 Hong Kong dollar. So this is a Hong Kong chart. BN4. Apple Corp. So how do you think about Keppel Corp? Keppel Corp is not moving as well, right? Look like it moved in a sideway. Okay. So probably it has been went up a lot lah. So they begin to move in a sideway. All right. So the resistance is $7. So the support level is around $6.66. Right? $6.66. Right. So this is CRWD. Okay, CRWD. CrowdStrike. So how do you think? What do you think about CrowdStrike? Leak. looks strong, okay, because the price, if you compare, it dropped around 8% only as compared to other stock that dropped more than 8%. So overall, still uptrend, okay, overall still uptrend. And support level is near, actually near support level now. Support is around 155, okay, 155. So I think still got potential for this stock. So there are many stocks. Let me see. We take a look Tesla, TSLA, TSLA. So what do you think about Tesla? Tesla look like near support as well, okay? But the resistance is pretty near. So previously support, then rebound, okay? Now support also, will they rebound? So that's why tonight is a very important night. So if tonight does not rebound, then market will consider, I mean, if tonight it does not rebound, then probably the sell down might continue, okay? So you just need to observe tonight, all right? So in fact, there are many stocks near the support level. 整体来说，刚才我们看很多美国股其实都是在这个支撑的价位，其实蛮多的。所以今晚如果它没有反弹但是如果今晚没有反弹，但是它继续下跌的话，有可能这个下跌的状况会继续了。所以我们今晚，that's why 我是说今晚是蛮重要的今晚是蛮重要的。如果没有反弹的话，它就会开始继续下跌。All right, so tonight let us monitor Microsoft MSFD. So Microsoft also near support, yeah. 所以很多股票都是 support level. All right, can you see that? Near support also. So that's why tonight is a very important night. Okay. 9901. New Oriental. Yes, New Oriental is the best performing stock in Hong Kong. All right, surprisingly, So I did share about this stock in my watch list. Okay, so today they rebound strongly. All right, generally uptrend. Okay, so generally uptrend. All right, so this is one of the best stock so far. So once they break through the resistance, okay, then the price continue to move up again. All right, so there is another resistance here. So will they break through? If they break through, then the price might continue again. All right, so this is a support level. Okay, so it's quite obvious. It's set up. So overall still good. Okay, overall still good and very strong. Because Hang Seng Index is dropping. Okay, this guy actually moving up. So how strong is it? Okay, so that's why you must have this kind of stock in your portfolio. 可以吗？ Right? Okay, last stock 因为时间的关系 ，OK。Citrium 这个是新加坡股。So how do you think about Citrium? All right. So actually, Citium also near support. Are they breaking below? 所以这个我们要看明天，如果它继续下跌的话，就危险了哦，就要小心。所以如果它明天有反弹的话，会是好了。所以明天我们要看。所以如果它继续下跌的话，就是要小心。哦，可以吗？所以明天比较关键。All right, so tomorrow we see how they stock. All right, if they continue to go down, then you have to be careful lah. But if they rebound and stay above the support level, I think still got potential. Can? So we have go through many stock. I hope that you learn something new also. All right. So it's quite interesting day today. Many stock are near the support level. Right，所以今天是非常关键的哈，因为今天的话，你们有上这个线上研讨会的话，你们收获满满的。其实，因为很多股票都是在这个支撑的价位，所以是看你们要买还是不要买罢了。之前刚才有讲过、解释过，你们觉得这个价格合理的话，你买少许啦，少许有好处。OK，如果它涨的话，你可以考虑再加仓；如果它下跌的话，你就止损因为你买的时候也是买不多，你明白吗 ？Alright, so that's my message to you 啦。Alright, so let me move on to my slide. Okay. So my suggestion to you, 2023 remain unchanged, ignore the news 不要看 news 啊。所以我们是看图表，还有用这个 price action 来找股票，或者是来找这个比较适合的价位买进和卖出。So usually we look at the chart to decide when to buy and when to sell based on the price action strategy. And the problem that most of the retail investors have is because they always read the news okay, they always read the news. 所以在这里我在强调说，不要看这个新闻太多不要听这个新闻太多了好不好？所以 solution is use the price action, looking at the chart, use the price action strategy to identify when to buy, okay? And then to identify when to sell. So why price actions, okay? Why price action? Because price actions can help us to spot the pattern. Example, the pattern can be symmetrical triangle, breakthrough, then we buy, break down, then we sell. Okay, why it's more effective is because we look at the real data. So you have to remember or understand that stock chart is actually driven by the human psychology behavior. So whenever we look at whenever we look at the chart, right, the stock chart is actually show us the real data. So what does that mean? That means when the data is real, so that means it is accurate. 你明白吗? All right. So that's why, okay, we need to identify the chart pattern to take advantage, okay, on the stock market so that you can make money through this chart pattern. Why? Because this stock chart pattern is driven by the human psychology behavior. Each of us have our own pattern and behavior. If you can identify that, then you can take advantage on the stock market to make more money. So what is price actions? In another way to explain, price actions, okay, help you to identify uptrend stock that is moving up. And then key level, when the price pull back near the support level, it will tell us when to buy. So you buy when the price pull back, not so expensive, okay? And it will give you the signal to buy, okay, if you are using price actions. Similarly, for a downtrend stock that is selling down, okay, if you identify the key level, which is the resistance, all right, it will actually give you the signal to sell. So this is what I call price actions, consists of looking at the stock chart that give you the real data, because the data on the chart is driven by the human psychology behavior. So once you understand the chart pattern, okay, you are understanding the behavior of the investor so that you can take advantage on it. So let me introduce you my class called Mastering Price Actions. It is online class. Now, why it is still online? Okay, it is because we want to help you to save the time. You no need to travel down to the town area. You can attend this class at your home in front of your computer so that you can prepare your breakfast, dinner, lunch, or tea break at your home. You no need to travel down to the town area. And many people think that price action is for short-term trading, but let me explain to you. In fact, price action cover long-term investment. It also cover mid-term investment. And of course, it also covers short-term investment, short-term trading, in other words. So price action cover all the time frame, no matter what kind of investor you are. If you are value investor, if you are trader, okay, if you are short-term trader, all right, if you are long-term investor, you know, price actions, okay, can cover all this time frame. Now, for example, if you are very strong in fundamental and you know the company stocks that is good to buy, but you may have problem to identify what price to enter, then you should combine with the price action so that it will give you the idea when is the best price to buy, so that it will improve your profit margin. Now, a lot of people know what is the best company to buy, all right, but they do not know what is the best time to buy. If you can combine both strategy, fundamental analysis, and technical analysis, it will give you a very quality investment. Okay, so that's why I would suggest you, all right, if you can try to combine this strategy together, it will give you the advantage. For example, all right, if you, every one of us, right, usually is unique. Every one of us is unique. For example, before you are married, okay, probably you are doing some business. Some of you may be doing some business, all right? Especially the men, when they are doing business, when they are single, the business is not really growing, okay? But once they're married, okay, their long time girlfriend, they begin, to come out with a strategy, and then suddenly the business grow. This is because, all right, different characteristic, when it combined together, it will give explosive advantage. Similarly, for this strategy, if you have a very good fundamental analysis knowledge, if you combine with price action strategy, it will give you a very quality trade or investment. So that's my suggestion to you. And beside that, stock investment has 3 elements. Okay, namely, number 1 is buy strategy. All right, so a lot of people focus on the buying strategy. All right, I know, because every time when they see me, they will ask me what stock to buy, but none of them ask me what stock to sell. Okay, and the second element is a trade management. And lastly, all right, the third one, which is a very important, we call it selling strategy. Now, if you look at your portfolio, why you are losing money? The answer is very simple, because you never sell. All right, you never sell. Initially, you make money for the first month. Second month, you become losing money because you do not know when to sell. You do not know why you need to sell. Thirdly, you think that the stock will keep going up. All right. because your profit margin is too little, because you buy too little. So that's why your profit margin is too little. So you don't feel like you want to sell. But if you don't feel like want to sell,